Hi, I'm Josh David. Today I want to go over how I scan my black and white medium format film so that you can get the best photo possible. I'm starting off with black and white film because it's much easier to scan compared to color film. With color film you have to worry about tones and white balance, but with black and white you just have to worry about highlights, shadows, and midtones. Black and white film is also great to work with because it makes you focus on lighting and composition between subjects a lot more than color film does. To start out, you need a scanner. I have the Epson V550, but you can choose any you like. Just make sure that the scanner is made for film scanning and not just regular scanning needs. Mine comes with these frames to put the negs in. One is for 35mm and the other 120mm, which is pretty standard. Second, you'll need this, a dust blower. All it does is blow dust off your negatives so that scans come out clean. Next is putting the film in. You don't technically need gloves to handle your film, but a lot of people suggest it as the oil and dirt on your hands can affect them. When you're putting the film in, you want to make sure to put it face down because the scan is actually going to be backwards. So make sure when you put the film down that you're looking at the words backwards. Otherwise, you need to flip it. So just put the film into the frames and then use the dust blower a couple of times before shutting the scanner. Turn on the scanner, and on your computer, open up the software designated for scanning. Mine is called Epson Scan. In Epson Scan, change the document type to black and white negative film, with an image type of 16-bit grayscale. I use 16-bit because it gives you a little extra detail in the shadows, highlights, and sharpness of the scan. Leave the DPI setting at 2400, as going any farther doesn't really help. Next, you want to make sure to click Configuration and uncheck the Auto Exposure option, since we want to do this manually. Then also uncheck the Unsharp mask in the original view. Click Preview and your images should load automatically. You'll want to switch over to the normal view because the software can sometimes cut off parts of your negatives in the auto mode. It's also called the thumbnail mode. Now you can make a selection of the area you'd like to scan. I normally do a little bit outside of the frame in order to fully capture the negative. After that, click the levels icon to fix the exposure. I normally drag the two sides fully out to where the data stops on each side so that you can capture all the highlights and all the shadows. Then I adjust the midtones as well to a point where I feel like it looks good. You'll want to also change the output settings on the darks and the lights to their full ends. You basically want to get the flattest scan possible so that later on in Photoshop or Lightroom you can have more data to work with. After that, exit out of levels and click Scan. This will bring you to a scanning options screen. I normally create a folder on my desktop to export the photos to, but you can also just do it directly to your desktop. Make sure that the file type is TIFF if you want the highest quality scan. Otherwise, you can choose to scan a JPEG for lower resolution scans. Click OK and the scanning will begin. The scanner will make a bunch of weird sounds and then spit out your scan to your desktop. You can open the image or bring it into Photoshop or Lightroom to edit. I normally do Lightroom since it's faster and I can edit multiple photos at once using the sync option. Within Lightroom, you'll want to crop the excess sides and top and make any edits to your photo. I'm going to go through what I do in a fast forward edit and show you my final photo. I really like this photo because of the style of his clothes. This was a random shoe shiner on the street that I asked for a photo of, and he kindly posed. Here are a couple more from that day. If you guys want to see more photos like these, check out my website. It'll be linked below. Thanks for watching.